What's a chance tonight, to get in with most of the NHL regulars mean to you?
Yeah, obviously another game, so I'm excited, another opportunity, and I'm looking to capitalize on it tonight.
What's the focus? Where are you looking to improve?
Yeah, I feel like I've been playing simple, in my D zone. I haven't gave up too much, but I'm really looking to be more offensive here tonight and play a bit more free and just play my game and just have a bit more of a free mindset out there.
What's the balance when you're in a position like this, Easton, where as you said, details have got to be strong and crisp, but to make sure that doesn't take away from what you do best when you're at your best?
Yeah, it's been hard. I've been trying to, justify to that, these first couple games, and got to me, a bit. So I'm just looking to build off my first couple games here, and like I said, just play a bit more free and balance those two things.
What does a more free Easton Cowan look like tonight?
I think just keep moving my feet. I felt like I was thinking a bit too much out there, and when I'm moving my feet, I'm at my best. So I'm just going to try to cause some turnovers tonight and hopefully capitalize on them.
Do you know who you're playing with? Could we see you with some London guys tonight?
I think I'm playing with Marner and Domi, so that'll be pretty exciting. And I guess whoever you play with out there, they've all played mostly all played in the NHL, so they know what they're doing out there. So any line mate will be a good line mate.
Marner was saying some very nice things about you yesterday. Has he said anything behind the scenes? Is he giving you any advice?
Yeah, I've been talking to him a lot. Great guy. Obviously, I grew up. He's one of my favorite players. So to get to play with him tonight will be really cool. And like I've been saying, I'm just gonna have fun with it and have a bit more of a free mindset tonight.
What do you think could work well between you guys tonight? I'm sure you might have thought about it as you thought about making the Leafs one day. What do you think could work well?
Obviously, they're really good playmakers. So if I find open space and have my stick on the ice, they're probably gonna find me. So I'll try my best just to get open and cause some stuff around the net.
Montreal also has a few former London Knights on their roster. I was just wondering if one of those players is, if you have memories of watching some of those players as a young kid.
Yeah, obviously, Dvorak played with Marner. I watched him growing up, and then obviously Anderson was a good London Knight too. So lots of talent there for sure.
Stands out to you about Lane Hudson?
Great player. I actually got to meet him at the Upper Deck Showcase. Great guy too. He just, really hard to compete. Loves the game. Obviously, his edges are unreal, and he has a really good hockey brain. So it's really fun to watch him.
What's the challenge for a forward when you're lining up against him?
Yeah, it's pretty tough. You can't go straight at him, or else he'll make you look silly. So you just gotta kind of play the body as best as you can. But obviously, he's a really good defender. So you just gotta try your best and look at the chest.
I feel like the nerves will be a little bit better going into this one tonight.
Yeah, I feel a little bit more confident, and where I'm at right now, we're in the guts of camp, so feel better about my legs and my touches, and hopefully I can have a good game.
Is there still a little tingling just because you'll be playing your old team?
No, it's a lot of turnover there. I've played a playoff series against them, and I think after that you're kind of used to it by then. I know a lot of people I know the coach really well. Not many guys left on the team. I think maybe just Galley since I was there. So just a normal game for me.
What does this rivalry mean?
Yeah, it means a lot. Obviously I remember opening night always playing against each other and kind of setting the tone for the season, good or bad. And huge rivalry. I haven't played in a rivalry like this, and probably definitely since I've been gone for Montreal. So those games are ones that you always get up for. This is obviously preseason, so it's a much different, but at the same time, just looking forward to building my game right now.
Even though you left, quite I think 6 years, 7 years ago, was it still strange at first to wear that jersey? And I'm just asking because we all know Josh Georges refused to come here, and
yeah,
and there's something for you.
No, yeah, no, it's an honor to wear it. I mean, I don't see why I would feel otherwise. It's my kids say it's the best jersey that I've worn. How it looks on me in terms of maybe just how it fits me. No, it's such an honor to wear both the jerseys, two original six teams, and obviously the history of both the teams. And that side of it definitely doesn't feel weird at all. I'm proud of it.
I know you've talked about it before, but what do you like about playing with JT?
He's, when we talked a little bit after the game and during the game, it's kind of like that old school mentality that isn't really around the league as much as it was when I was, when I was playing at my best. It reminds me a lot of a guy like Stone. I mentioned maybe a guy like Aho, like more give and go hockey, moving it quickly. He's just always in the right place at the right time. It's like so obvious. Sometimes, with guys like that, you understand why they're so good, but when you play with them, you understand on a whole new level. And, really my first shift with him, you realize, oh, wow, this guy's always in the right spots. Obviously, he works super hard and plays the right way, but I think him being in the right spots at all times shows, why he's had so much success.
What's the next step for you tonight? You said you want to build your game out a little bit more. What are you looking to accomplish tonight?
Feeling more comfortable with the puck. I had a lot of opportunities to hang on to pucks last game, especially down low in the offensive zone where I wasn't able to or kind of forced to play. And that's my bread and butter, is holding on to pucks in the offensive zone and wearing down D-men. And that's an area I definitely want to improve on.
How do you feel physically, Max, at this point in the camp?
I feel really good. I think I said before, like I knew I was going to feel good, but I don't think this good. And coming in and training and the skates has been really, really hard, but the staff here is like unlike anything I've ever seen in terms of what the resources are for training and recovery and all that. So, a guy my age, you got to take everything into consideration when you're trying to feel as best you can, and this is a great place for that.
Anything surprise you with that, Max? Like any sort of resource that you were like, wow, they even have this?
Honestly, everything. It's a whole nother level. I mean, they have a guy for everything, and it's definitely a luxury to have, like I said, especially at my age.
You used to be a captain, and now you're not a captain. Does that change the kinds of things you bring to a room, or is that just part of the evolution?
No, that's like for the outside, really, for the noise and whatnot. And, the best teams I've been on, there's 20 guys that will speak up on any given night, and everyone feels like they're wearing a letter, whether it's your first year or your 15th year. So that's the feeling I have with this group as well. A lot of guys vocal, a lot of guys are leaders, and you can tell right away that it's a strong group in that sense.
I know for guys battling for jobs, training camp's very important, but I'm curious if you can think back a few years as a veteran. What are you trying to get out of the preseason? Like, how many games do you really feel like you need when you balance the risk and the reward of these preseason games?
I mean, I always like to play as many as I can, just the way I've always been. And now playing on certain teams and with a lot of coaches, they always kind of have their own opinions on it. But I like playing early. I like playing too early, two of them in 2 games, and I just want to feel as good as I can, as quickly as I can, and that's my ultimate goal.
Progression here tonight.
I felt good. It was good to get the rust off, good to get back into game action. As far as today, we're looking on building on even more, getting the rust off, building more confidence, and look forward to doing that.
What's the feel in practice on that line yesterday? William in the middle, like what did it feel like?
Oh, it was great. I mean, used to Willie being on the other side, especially on the 3-on-2s, but I'm excited to play with Willie and Bob.
How do you think playing in the middle can like even accentuate some of his playmaking more?
Maybe he just gets some even more speed because he's lower. He can get the puck first as an F1 in the D zone. He's a guy, obviously, puck on his stick, he's dangerous. So I think maybe being an F1 spot, a little center, maybe he gets the puck on his stick a little more, and we'll see how it goes.
What stands out about Craig's system? What are you picking up so far?
Playing north, I think we're going to add that to our game, playing north, playing heavy. I think that's something that we could get better on, and myself as well. And I look forward to continuing to work on instruction, not only that, but in the D zone, little things that are different and building confidence in it.
What stands out about this rivalry, even in the preseason Leafs kind of Canadiens?
I love playing the Montreal team. I think it's always special, even in a preseason game, and look forward to it tonight.
Do you sense Pacioretty may be up for this one too?
Yeah, I know he definitely had a long career in Montreal. I'm sure it's gonna be a little weird for him being on the other side, on the Leaf side, but yeah, it's gonna be cool to see.
What advice could you give Cowan, I guess, coming into a game like this? You kind of been there as a young guy trying to find their way early on. Like, what would be your advice to him?
Yeah, just to stick to his game. He's a very talented player. He's obviously what this team is all about speed, skill, and for how young he is, he's very skilled and very talented. So I think for him on that line, obviously he's very skilled line. He just got to play his game. That's all I can say.
Any guys with Montreal that you're like buddy with that you might be facing tonight?
I know Caulfield a little bit worked out, so I don't know who's in the lineup, but yeah.
What's it about? Lane Hudson is in the lineup tonight. Like, what have you heard? What do you expect from going up against a guy like him?
Yeah, very skilled. I've heard, he's not that the biggest guy, but he can definitely move around the ice there. I think we got to contain him well and make sure we're aware when he's on the ice.
What's it been like for you guys to have Sandin around? What stands out?
I mean, he's a Leaf legend, right? You kind of take a double look when you're seeing him in the room, so it's good to have him around.
Haven't spoken to you since that game the other night. Like, just how did you feel it went? What did you take away from it?
Yeah, it was good. Got right into the action in that one, so no time to think. And sometimes it's better that way. You just have to go out and play. And yeah, I felt good. It was the first game in a while, so just trying to focus on the details and the process of it, and I felt really good.
What do you want to take out of the preseason games for you, like as a goalie?
I think when you don't play a game for a while, there's certain habits and details that not necessarily you forget, but you have to remember a little bit to do them in games, and that's something you really only get from game action and scrimmages and stuff is to focus on those small things. So I think just kind of get back into that rhythm of playing games.
You spoke about focusing on body stability in the summer. I'm just curious if you could expand a bit on that. Like, what does that entail?
A whole lot of stuff, a lot of work. We have a lady here, Sally, who focuses on kind of biomechanics. So I think just everything from kind of that perspective of making sure I'm moving properly through everything I'm doing.
Through the first week you're on the ice, have you seen results of that, Joe, already? Or?
Yeah, I think it was really cool, actually, the first day I got back on the ice at the start of the summer. After I'd spent a lot of the summer doing that off the ice and strengthening in those areas, I noticed a difference immediately, so pretty cool.
How's the body feeling now weekend?
Great. Yeah.
How would you describe the difference? Like, in what ways do you feel different on the ice now?
It's more stable. No, I just feel like everything. It's hard to describe if you're not in it's subtle things, I guess, but you can kind of feel yourself turn off certain muscles and feel yourself stay on with certain things. And when you're on and when you're, different parts of your body are engaged, like your core and different things, your movements are a lot more economical. You're a lot quicker, you're a lot more stable, a lot more under control, but you don't lose necessarily like speed. So I think, I just feel more, I guess, in control a bit.
How big of an impact do you think that's going to make this season for you?
Honestly, like it's one area I focus on. I don't think we need to over focus on the body stability stuff. It was just kind of one thing I mentioned. I think goaltending, and like anything, is something where you can work on a lot of different areas, from tactical approach to off ice to on ice, and there's so many different things you can work to improve. And I think that's the cool thing is each is a little part of the puzzle. And I think the body work and working on that and honing in on that was nice, but again, that's just a small piece of the puzzle of the work I'm doing and continuing to put in.
The way the preseason schedule is set, most goalies will only start a season with maybe 1 or 2 full games, heading in the season. Can you just describe the challenge of getting in a groove when you don't get maybe as many reps as skaters do?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. I mean, it is a bit different for a goalie. I think, you don't necessarily need 4 or 5 games to get in that groove. Usually, you feel comfortable having 1 or 2, maybe 3 games, and it's a bit different. And I think, as well, a lot of the work that we're doing on the ice now helps you get back in that groove, and then it's just kind of polishing it off in the games, getting those final details.
How did Austin react, I guess, to getting out there with
Good.
the guys?
It's great. He was out there today, and I know it wasn't, a long morning skate. It was an optional skate for the guys that are playing tonight, but he's doing well. Great to see him out there.
Any chance for him Saturday to get through tomorrow first, Greg?
Yeah, I'll just worry about tomorrow. I'm not going to jump to conclusions yet or stuff, so we'll wait and see what happens.
In week 1 of training camp, I guess you have luxury to just take it easy also with those veteran guys that are.
Well, we don't want to lingering injuries and things like that going on, so we got to make sure that we're smart. It's been hard. It's been a tough camp, and so when they need to take a break because of something going on, then we let them.
What went into giving Easton a shot with this group here tonight?
Well, it's not, giving him a shot. I mean, we want to see him. I want to see him in the lineup tonight, playing with some good players, and, I think he's obviously probably put a lot of pressure on himself here coming into camp, and he needs just to go out and play his game tonight. Like I said, he'll be with some good teammates and line mates, and just go out and play his game.
How significant are these preseason games for you when you're new to a team and you're installing this system?
We're looking at players. We're looking at trying to instill a new system and things like that, and how we want to play. That's what's important to me.
How do you balance, I guess, the risk and reward of playing the veterans in preseason games? We saw like Doughty get hurt last night.
Well, that's hockey. There's preseason games, and these guys got to play to get timing down and other things, and they want to play in them because they're important games. I get they're not leveled up to the intensity you want all the time, but it's looking at structure, getting timing down, getting a feel for your line mates, getting some chemistry with line mates and things like that. And also it's important to see players maybe fighting for a job and fighting to make the team and seeing how they perform and what goes on there.
In preseason like this, we see a lot of road teams bringing lineups with less experience, like Montreal Woll tonight. What's the challenge for a coach to get proper?
Well, those guys that are coming in here tonight and they're on the road. There are a lot of young guys, a lot of guys fighting to make the team, and they're gonna give you a great effort. They're gonna be working, and they're gonna be trying hard. So, it levels our intensity up in our guys.
How do you feel things are going with William in the middle? Is there anything in particular you want him to kind of focus on as this camp progresses?
He's been better and better in my opinion. I think, more so like I watch him practice situational stuff and coming in our zone, and, it's all about him moving his feet, without the puck. Defensively, everybody, we want everybody moving their feet without the puck, stick details, all that type of stuff as a centerman down in your end, and those things are important. So, like I said, it's still early.